Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to WNBA Trending. I'm Ava, and tonight we dive into a firestorm brewing in the world of women's basketball. The story centers around none other than Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever star, and the ongoing controversy that continues to swirl around her. Adding more fuel to the flames, ESPN's own Stephen A. Smith has stepped in, and let's just say, he did not hold back. His words have sparked an uproar across the sports world, putting the WNBA Commissioner directly in the hot seat. Let's break down everything you need to know. Over the past several months, Caitlin Clark has become one of the most polarizing figures in the WNBA. From her meteoric rise in college basketball to her highly anticipated transition into the professional league, Clark has carried immense expectations. She brought record-breaking TV ratings, sold-out arenas, and massive media attention to women's basketball. Yet, as her rookie season unfolded, it became clear that not everyone within the league was welcoming her spotlight with open arms. The drama intensified as Clark found herself at the center of several heated on-court battles. She faced hard fouls, trash talk, and even dismissive comments from some of her peers. While many fans rallied behind her, others accused her of receiving preferential treatment and media hype that overshadowed veteran stars who've been in the league for years. And that's where Stephen A. Smith entered the conversation. On ESPN's First Take, Smith delivered one of his trademark fiery monologues, this time aimed directly at the WNBA Commissioner. He accused league leadership of failing to properly protect Caitlin Clark, not just physically on the court, but also in terms of her image and growth as the new face of women's basketball. Smith's words were blunt. He argued that the league has been hesitant, even resistant, to fully embrace Clark's star power out of fear of upsetting veteran players. He claimed that this reluctance is holding back the WNBA at a time when it desperately needs to capitalize on Clark's influence. His point? The NBA never hesitated to push stars like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or Kobe Bryant into the spotlight, and the WNBA should do the same with Caitlin Clark. According to Smith, the commissioner has been walking a tightrope, trying to appease longtime players while also managing the overwhelming popularity of Clark. But in Smith's eyes, that balancing act is not leadership. He suggested that true leadership would mean leaning into what the fans want and acknowledging that Caitlin Clark is a generational talent who could take the league to unprecedented heights. Smith went further, pointing to recent TV ratings as evidence. Games featuring Clark and the Fever consistently draw significantly higher viewership than matchups without her. Merchandise sales featuring Clark's name have skyrocketed, outpacing almost every other player in the league. In his words, the WNBA has a superstar sitting right in front of them, and instead of embracing her, they're treating her like a problem. This criticism comes at a time when the WNBA is trying to grow its brand globally. With expansion talks on the horizon, sponsorships increasing, and media deals in negotiation, the league is at a critical crossroads. Smith argued that failing to harness Clark's impact could cost the WNBA millions in future revenue and long-term fan engagement. Of course, this isn't just about business. There's also the matter of player safety. Clark has taken some hard hits this season, fouls that many fans felt were excessive and should have been met with stricter officiating. Smith called out the commissioner directly, saying that the league has a duty to protect its players, especially when a rookie like Clark is being targeted night after night. He accused officials of turning a blind eye, perhaps to avoid appearing like they're giving Clark special treatment. But in doing so, Smith argued, they're failing to enforce fairness across the board. The response to Smith's comments has been divided. Supporters of Caitlin Clark applauded his honesty, saying he said what many have been thinking all along, that the league is mishandling its brightest star. They argue that if the WNBA doesn't protect Clark and uplift her, it risks alienating new fans who came to the league specifically to watch her play. On the other side, critics say Smith's comments oversimplify the situation. Some WNBA veterans believe that Clark must earn her respect the hard way, just like they did, and that it's unfair to place her on a pedestal so soon. They argue that giving her special treatment could create resentment in the locker rooms and among players who have been grinding in the league for years without the same level of recognition. Still, Smith's torching of the commissioner cannot be ignored. His voice carries enormous influence in the sports world, and by calling out league leadership, he has forced a public conversation about how the WNBA should move forward. Should the league double down on promoting Caitlin Clark as its centerpiece, or should it continue to spread the spotlight across multiple stars? It's a tough question, but one thing is undeniable. Caitlin Clark is already shaping the future of the WNBA. Her games are must-watch events. Her jersey sales prove her popularity, and her presence has brought more mainstream attention to the league than perhaps any player before her. The question now is whether the WNBA Commissioner will embrace this moment or let it slip away. As this drama continues, fans are watching closely. The WNBA has long fought for more recognition, more revenue, and more respect. Caitlin Clark offers a rare opportunity to accelerate that growth, but only if the league is willing to make bold choices. Stephen A. Smith has made his stance crystal clear. He believes the WNBA must protect, promote, and stand behind Caitlin Clark, not tomorrow, not next season, but right now. Anything less, in his opinion, would be a failure of leadership. So where does this leave us? The commissioner has yet to issue a direct response to Smith's fiery remarks, but the pressure is building. Fans, sponsors, and players alike are waiting to see how the league navigates this moment. Will the WNBA seize the opportunity to elevate Caitlin Clark as the face of women's basketball, or will internal politics and resistance hold it back? One thing is certain, the conversation isn't slowing down. If anything, Stephen A. Smith's explosive comments have only amplified the spotlight on Caitlin Clark and the leadership of the WNBA. And for a league striving to grow, sometimes controversy is the very thing that drives progress. That's the latest on this ongoing story. I'm Ava, and you've been watching WNBA Trending. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest updates on Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, and everything happening around the WNBA.